My name is Steve and I'm an accredited life coach. Today I'm going to talk to you about an important part of our subconscious mind, the filial psyche. The filial psyche is a term I use that embodies the dynamic relationship between two significant unconscious entities. On the one hand, the inner child, and on the other hand, the inner critic. The inner child and the inner critic coexist, interacting in complex ways within our unconscious mind and influencing our emotional and psychological landscape and ultimately our behaviour. The concept of the inner child embodies our most vulnerable, creative and spontaneous sense of self, representing early experiences and emotions from childhood. It holds implicit memories of joy, curiosity and playfulness, as well as fears, insecurities and unmet needs. This part of the filial psyche is often the source of deep-seated feelings and negative core beliefs formed during our formative years. In contrast, the inner critic, on the other hand, is the internalized voice of judgment and self-criticism. It often develops originally as a defense mechanism shaped by external influences such as parents, teachers, and societal expectations. Its role is ostensibly to protect and guide, but it frequently operates through harsh criticism and unrealistic standards and undermining self-worth and perpetuating negative self-talk. Now, the relationship between the inner child and the inner critic within the filial psyche is typically adversarial. The inner critic may harshly judge the needs and desires of the inner child, deeming them irrational or immature. This dynamic can create conflict, leading to feelings of shame, guilt, and inadequacy. The inner child might feel suppressed or ignored, while the inner critic reinforces a cycle of self-criticism and emotional suppression. This is an inner conflict, often played out in our external world, and when the inner and outer conflicts become overwhelming, this is what inevitably brings us to therapy and life coaching. Understanding and harmonizing this relationship involves acknowledging and validating our inner child's feelings and experiences, while transforming our inner critic from a punitive figure into a more compassionate and constructive guide through transformative life coaching. This coherent process often requires therapeutic techniques such as inner child work, using memory reconsolidation and self-compassion exercises to foster self-acceptance and emotional healing. By achieving this coherent balance, we cultivate a more nurturing inner dialogue, enhancing personal growth and emotional well-being.